When it comes to the millennial times, why rule with a rod of iron if we will be living in a land of rainbows, unicorns, and Skittles? Welcome back, truth seekers and fellow watchers. I'm Dr. Stephen A. Wiley. I am a pastor and your guide on this, the 20th episode in our journey together. Today, we will be looking into a reflective pond that most of the church never sees. We will be asking, and hopefully finding answers to, why use a rod of iron management style if the millennial reign will be a land of rainbows, unicorns, and Skittles? We could also be asking, if everything is going to be so good, what could possibly go wrong? We are nearing the end of our journeys as we seek biblical truth to the millennial revolution, the church of the future and the future of the church. I think that we will find more Rima behind the revelation, the rod of iron enforcement and the recovery of Eden's garden. Let's open up our Bible and start looking deeper. During the millennial reign, we will see a reissuance of justice, mercy, and abundant renewal. Envision a world rising from ruin, where a king's unyielding rule restores order, his compassion heals the broken, and his creation bursts with life. The millennial reign of Christ, drawn from Revelation 20, unfolds as a 1,000-year era of righteousness after the tribulation's chaos. A time when Jesus reigns, Satan is bound, and sin faces swift judgment. Survivors, scarred yet standing, enter a land of flowing rivers and healing leaves. But it leaves us asking, why does this king wield a rod of iron? What drives such resolute authority in a kingdom so lush? Let's dive into this divine reign, its justice, mercy, and prosperity, and ask, could you flourish under a rule so firm, your wounds bathed in its abundance? The survivors of the Great Tribulation and the Battle of Armageddon, who are they? The Tribulation, Revelation 6-18, is a 7-year crucible of divine wrath, seals, trumpets, and bowls. The bowls, Revelation 16, unleash devastation. Rivers become blood, the sun burns flesh, sores torment beast worshippers, darkness suffocates, earthquakes topple mountains, and hailstones shatter cities. Most defy God, Revelation 16 verse 9 and 11, but survivors emerge, mortal humans entering the millennial reign. They're believers who endured persecution and non-believers spared without the beast's mark, Revelation 13 verse 16 and 17. Jews upheld by promise, Zechariah 12 verse 10, Gentiles who aided them, Matthew 25 verses 31-46, and others preserved by grace. Billions have already fallen, Revelation 6 verse 8 and 9:18. These remnants, families in wreckage, loners foraging, communities gripping hope, are scarce. Physically, they're battered, sores fester, burns scar from solar fire, Revelation 16 verse 8, famine carves gaunt frames, Revelation 16 verses 3-4. Quakes and hail, Revelation 16 verses 18-21, strip shelter, hands roughened by survival. Emotionally, loss crushes, loved ones gone, darkness haunting, Revelation 16 verse 10. Believers cling to faith, yet grieve, non-believers harbor fear or defiance. Could you rise after such trials, or would sorrow linger like ash? An old world transformed anew, blessings and abundance. The millennium transforms desolation into Eden. Isaiah 35 verse 1 and 2 sees deserts bloom, wildernesses turning into orchards. Pure rivers flow, Ezekiel 47 verses 1-12, nurturing fields of endless grain, trees heavy with fruit. Ezekiel promises bounty, fish teem, harvests overflow, prosperity blankets all. Survivors, once starved, feast at laden tables, bodies revived, vigor restored. Zechariah 8 verse 12 vows, the ground shall give its produce, a land so rich, every seed multiplies. The tree of life, planted on the banks of the streams of living waters, Revelation 22 verse 2, yields monthly fruit, its leaves healing nations. Survivors, skin scarred, spirits raw, taste these leaves, sores vanishing, burns fading, minds eased. Ezekiel 47 verse 12 affirms, leaves evergreen, healing boundless. Former foes share this gift, divisions melting in plenty. Isaiah 60 verses 5-17 envisions Jerusalem gleaming, gold and spices flowing, survivors building homes of cedar. Zechariah 14 verse 14 brings wealth from past enemies, no one wanting. Psalm 72 verse 7 weds righteousness to abundance, children play in lush fields, elders rest under vines. Would such plenty stir your heart, or would scars hold you back? A rule of iron, why such harsh authority? Christ governs with a rod of iron, Revelation 2 verses 26 to 27, a rule unshakable as steel, crushing rebellion like potter's clay. Why this iron grip? First, it ensures holiness. Sin, even a spark, threatens the purity of a world where God dwells, Isaiah 11 verse 9. Survivors' mortal hearts, prone to greed or pride, could mar this sanctity. Swift judgment stops it cold. Second, it protects abundance. Fields of grain and rivers of life demand order, lest defiance spoil the harvest. The tribulation's chaos, lawlessness, betrayal, proves humanity's bent. Iron authority prevents relapse. Third, it fulfills prophecy. Psalm 2 verse 9 foretells this rule, a king whose justice mirrors his glory, unyielding to secure peace. For survivors, wearied by anarchy, this firmness is refuge, order after ruin. Believers, hearts full from bounty, seek to align. Others, nursing wounds, might resist, testing boundaries. The rod's purpose isn't cruelty but preservation, holiness, plenty, promise upheld. I want you to think about something. Would you welcome a king whose iron hand guards such richness, or would its weight feel too heavy? Justice here is instant, tailored. A thief loses goods, a rebel life. The goal? A kingdom so pure that healing leaves bloom unstained. Survivors, dining on fruit, no choices matter. Could you live freely, every motive seen, in a land so abundant? Drought and defiance, a shadow on plenty. Zechariah 14 verses 16 to 19 warns nations skipping the Feast of Tabernacles face drought, skies close, lush fields crack. Unlike the rod smiting one sinner, this lingers, testing collective will. Survivors, who drank bloodied rivers, feel past hunger's bite. Drought stings anew. Imagine a local leader, perhaps unrepentant, scorning worship. His people, farmers with healed hands, mothers fed by plenty, bear his choice. Why should abundance fade for one's pride? The rod's iron ensures compliance, protecting the feast's unity, a global act of gratitude for God's gifts. A righteous leader, awed by blooming lands, joins the feast, securing rain. An evil one, blind to the tree's balm, risks all. Could you stay loyal, your orchard drying, while trusting a king whose river flows? Crime amid abundance? Will crime taint paradise? Satan's bound, Revelation chapter 20 verses 1 through 3, lies silenced, yet survivors' hearts, human, scarred, can breed envy or rage. Isaiah 65 verse 20 notes sinners, hinting at rare defiance. A survivor, sated yet coveting, might steal fruit, another curse the king. The rod's iron swiftness, rooted in preserving holiness, stops sin fast. For those who endured sores, order comforts, but plenty tempts. Would you risk abundance for gain, knowing justice looms? Prisons don't suit, why confine when correction's instant? A thief faces rebuke, a rebel death. Survivors, shaped by loss, no scrutiny because the great tribulation bared all. Does this justice, elimination to guard bounty, feel fair, or does mercy call louder? Here, death as the wage of sin is a fast reality. The wages of sin is death, Romans 6 verse 23. Here, sin might end in elimination, keeping paradise pure. The final rebellion, Revelation chapter 20 verses 7 through 9, burns the rebellious and daily justice could echo this. Survivors, who buried millions, no death's shadow. A liar falling preserves peace, but fairness questions, is death a just reward for envy? The rod's iron, ensuring sanctity, sees rebellion's heart. Would you trust this, healed by leaves, or fear its edge? Drought adds nuance, not death but pressure, recalling survivors' trials. It shows flexibility, nations get time, individuals get immediate verdict. A believer, sores gone, facing drought for another sin, does mercy shine in such richness? The faithful living under bounty's weight. Imagine a family, now believers, scars healed by leaves, hearts full from feasts. Under an evil leader, unbowed by plenty, they face drought for his refusal to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles. Faith, forged in fire, drives their plea, Lord, spare us. Christ's justice, compassionate, Isaiah 60 verse 22, sends rain on their fields, green amid dust. But thriving orchards draw envy, risking wrath. Survivors, who hid from hail, no peril. The rod's iron, guarding holiness, shields them. The leader's attack could spark his end, struck down, not damned, but gone. The family's cry saves all, drought lifts, feasts resume, abundance flows. Let me ask you, would you dare faith in such wealth, trusting a king to guard your harvest? A tyrant's fall leads to a river's flow. What of this leader, blind to bounty? If the faithful plead, end him, the rod's iron answers, his death after a 30-day drought restores rain, saves fields, spares the loyal. He's gone, eternity waits, Revelations chapter 20 verse 15. Survivors, feasting anew, see order return. Does one fall, saving plenty, thrill you, or do losses temper joy? Reflections on a healed earth. The millennial rain dazzles, deserts bloom, rivers heal, the tree of life mends the nations. Survivors, scarred by sores, burns, grief, enter as mortal believers and skeptics, fed by abundance and healed by grace. Justice, swift and ironclad, shapes their world. Mercy, lush, personal, lifts them. No prisons, only truth. No lack, only fullness. The rod's iron ensures holiness, protects plenty, fulfills God's word, a reign fierce yet tender. Someone should ask, can you embrace a justice so pure it humbles, so rich it restores? What motivates you? Survivor's renewal? The king's firm hand? Or his mercy's flow? Many people believe that the new millennium will be a world of rainbows, unicorns, and Skittles. There is still at least one more class of survivors that we need to consider, and the final rebellion needs to be addressed. And, in answer to our original question of, why rule with a rod of iron if we will be living in a land of rainbows, unicorns, and Skittles? If there was another way, our loving God would certainly employ it since He cares for us and wants His best for us. So until next time, may the Lord richly bless you, and protect you, guide you and prosper you, as you follow hard after Him. This is where it all starts. With your next steps. If this message has ministered to you, there are some things that you can do that would really help us out, and it won't take much of your time. Please give us a like, it forces the algorithms to let others know about this video. Would you please post a comment even if it is a short one? It means a lot to us and we read every one. Also, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you consider sharing this message with your friends? They will be blessed by the message as well. Subscribing means you won't miss any future updates or releases. If you would like to help support our churches and enable us to reach others, here are the details. Scanning a QR code is not difficult, but every phone is a bit different and you will just need to figure out your system's way of doing it. Some countries outside of the United States use a different system to transfer funds. If you are familiar with this, you know how easy it is to use. Zelle is the fastest way to send money inside the United States, and it is free to both of us. Thank you for your support. We'll be praying for you.